Hi, and welcome to our blended interactive notebooking training for Region 10 Science. I will be your narrator, Samantha Bradbury, and through this training you will explore 5 modules over the course of our 6-week window. So we can communicate throughout the modules, we will use a Selly chat room to discuss your thoughts and experiences with the interactive notebooks. Those instructions will be found in Module 1. Some key ideas to keep in mind as you go through this training. Interactive journaling will make a difference. Students are actively engaged in thinking and communicating using this tool, and ultimately they will be using their process skills. Students will have a sense of ownership because they are creating meaningful knowledge for themselves, and you are putting the learning back in the lap of your students. There is no right or wrong way to do interactive notebooks, and you will be able to modify and find ways that work best for you and your students. Think about how you're going to manage the journals. What type of journal will you select? How will you number and organize the sections of the notebook? Will they stay in class or will they travel with the student? How are you going to handle lost journals, move-ins, and absentees during the course of using this in your classroom? And any other questions that are of concern, you can go ahead and talk about those in the chat room during the course of this training. Next up, we will talk about the research behind the interactive notebook in the section called Why the Notebook. We will look at Daniel Pink's research. This explains the reasons behind the ISN structure and how the human brain influences the usage of ISNs in the classroom. The question we will ponder the most is why ISNs have a left side and right side orientation. In Module 2, titled Tips and Tricks for ISN's Preparation and Setup, you will have a general setup and discussion on where to start with ISNs. Here you see general supplies that you'll need for interactive notebooks. Then we will move into the cover page, table of contents, and grouping strategies, much like the one that you see here. By the end of this module, you will have created an ISN that'll serve as a visual for your students so they know their expectations in your classroom. On to Module 3, 5E Model. We will discuss the 5E model and each piece of the structure to see where and how it is applicable in your lesson plans. Next, we'll take a look at the left and right side pages and visit activities including vocabulary, notes, foldables, reading strategies, and laboratory investigations. You are welcome to use the files that accompany these activities and adjust them to the needs of your class. Finally, during Module 3, we will also address assessment and best strategies to do so. Once you have completed Modules 1 through 3, and you've had some time to implement interactive notebooks and generate some experience using them in the classroom, I will join you in a Google Hangout during a PLC period of your choice. This is a time when we will discuss student artifacts that have been created by your students and challenges and successes that you have experienced. Please write down any questions you might have during your application period so that we might discuss these at length during our Google Hangout. Module 5, Follow-up and Feedback. It is important to reflect upon your professional growth as an education leader. That's right, you are now a leader in using interactive notebooks. Module 5 will ask you to reflect using some thought-provoking questions, as well as getting your take on the online experience using this blended version of interactive notebooks. If at any time you have a question on an activity, or maybe something isn't working, and we know this can happen with technology, please email me at samantha.bradbury@region10.org, and I will do my very best to quickly assess and solve the issues or answer questions you might have. Thank you for enrolling in my course, and I look forward to working with you.